Welcome to the Introduction to EndNote 20 video series. In this video, I'm going to give you some tips for how to collaborate on Word documents using the Cite While You Write Word plugin. Now, I do have a few tips for how to work collaboratively on a Word document using EndNote. My very first tip, which I cannot emphasize enough, is don't edit documents with EndNote citations in them in shared drives. This includes network drives. This also includes things like Google Docs and OneDrive. Again, EndNote does not play very nice with shared drives, and the same is the case for the Cite While You Write plugin. Now, you can upload documents into shared drives and you can download them and edit those papers just fine. It's just if you make edits in the shared drive to the Word documents, it corrupts your citations. And I'll show you what I mean here. So here I'm in my Google shared drive. So here is a document that I had uploaded that contains EndNote citations. So I'm able to open this file just fine, and I can view that file just fine. I can also go to File, and then Download as a Microsoft Word document. And then I can open up that document and it should work just fine. So as you can see, there's some citations here. So if I were to insert citations using our Word plugin, it'll work just fine. So it'll still update the bibliography, it'll still update those superscripts, everything should work swimmingly. However, if I were to make any sort of edit to this document in my shared drive, so even if I just change the title a little bit and then Google saves that document, if I were to do the same process where I go to File and then Download as a Microsoft Word document, and then open up that document, if I go back down and try to make modifications to these citations, so if I were to try to add in a citation just like I did before, it won't update the other citations. So as you can see, that little superscript didn't change, and it didn't change the bibliography at the end either. It just created a brand new bibliography. That's because when you make an edit to a Word document in a shared drive, it just unlinks those citations from EndNote. So those are no longer EndNote citations, they're just plain text. So they won't be modified whenever you add or edit citations via EndNote. So make sure to save your Word documents onto the hard drive of your computer, not on any sort of shared drive, and make sure not to edit any documents on the shared drive that have EndNote citations. So you can upload the documents, you can download them from shared drives, just don't make any edits to the documents in shared drives or save your papers into shared drives. Make sure they're saved onto the hard drive of your computer. I cannot emphasize this enough. Now, if you're collaborating on a paper with each other, so I'm going to open up the version of this document where those citations weren't corrupted. So I'm just going to go to my downloads and I'm going to reopen that one document here. Right, so this is the file where the citation should still be intact, which again, you can check this by just adding in a citation to see if it works. So we'll just add in a random one. Yep, as you can see, it's linked. It added in that citation without any issue. Okay, so in terms of collaborating on papers, the EndNote Cite While You Write plugin should be smart enough to identify citations already in a Word document. So you shouldn't have to worry about it picking up on citations that other people have added to that document. Now, if you wanted to, you could also just have that person share their citations via either the share group option or share library option. What's nice about this is you don't have to worry about potentially getting duplicates in your bibliography if you happen to have the same citation that they do. If you would like to use citations from a shared library, just open up your EndNote library and then have your shared library open up in the background. Again, to access a shared library, you can just go to File and then Open Shared Library. And from there, you can choose which shared library you would like to open. And as long as you have that open in the background, you should be able to add citations into your Word document without any problems. If you're wanting to add citations from a group that was shared with you, you'll first have to go to EndNote Basic and log into your online account. And from there, you will go to Organize and then Others Groups. From there, you'll want to make sure to checkmark Use for Cite while you write. And after you have it checkmarked, I usually click My References just to refresh that page to make sure my changes are implemented. From there, you can go to your Word document, and you might have to exit out of your Word document and reopen it to get it to reflect your access changes. From there, if you want to add a citation from a group that had been shared with you, all you have to do is use your Insert Citation option again. And from the drop down here, you can click to use shared groups. And that should give you access to those citations that had been shared to you via that group. If they didn't share the citations with you, another option that you could do is copy the citations from this Word document into your EndNote library. So it's pretty easy to do this. All you have to do is in the Word document, you can click this Export to EndNote button and then Export Traveling Library. And then it'll ask you which library you want to add these citations to. We're just going to add them to the one we have open right now and click OK. And it should give you a notification that the export was complete. So when you open up your EndNote library, you should see all the citations that were also in that paper now. So that's another way to get those citations if you want to copy those into your library and just have your own copy of them. Thanks for watching. For additional information or support, visit the Eveling Library website at https://eveling.library.wisc.edu and click the Help button in the upper right-hand corner of the page for assistance.